All right. So let's say you're in a situation where chaos or drama or tragedy has struck and you need to sell a property or a house. We want to share some stories of people that we've guided through that process so that you can kind of get a bigger picture of what's possible and options for no mo drama. It's basically selling your house in a situation to a cash buyer or an investor so that you can get through that difficulty. The three examples that we're going to share with you are one, a couple that were going through a very difficult divorce; two, someone who needed to downsize her life in retirement because she couldn't care for her house anymore; and three, it was a group of siblings who needed to sell mom and dad's house after they passed away. So in the first example, we have a couple that's going through one of the hardest things in life, going through a separation, and both of them wanted to sell the property, but they were at loggerheads with between themselves and the judge. Eventually, the judge did give them instructions to sell, and so we were able to come in between and basically play the peacemaker role, help them get their property sold, get the money divided, so that they could each move on to the next phase of their life with less drama. Another example would be
Yeah,
go
so
ahead,
we,
give
yeah,
us another
we
one.
had a we had a client up in the Northwest, and she basically was in the season of life where she wasn't working full time. She needed to
Mm,
downsize her house, and the house was it had become a burden. There was so much to
mhm.
keep up with, and she was this one of these really caring types, love to garden, but the garden was beautiful, but the house was falling apart, and there was just some family drama. There were some relatives that were making moving on really difficult. So she needed somebody to come alongside her and kind of lay out the steps of, okay, here's where you are and here's where you want to be. Here's the obstacles in the way. Let's come up with a plan to work through each one of those. And she needed
Yeah,
some pretty extreme hand holding from it was complicated, and it was overwhelming to her. She was right in the middle of
yeah,
it, and it had been going on for a long time.
yeah.
And the thing you can feel as a seller, or she at least did as a seller, is just I'm all alone. There's
Mm,
no way I can do this. I'm
right.
stuck. And so
Yep.
to be able to come into a situation like that and objectively look at, okay, how do we, eat this whale one bite at a time, and
Right.
really help you. Okay, let's get the house in a position to where we can sell it. Let's help you move your belongings because there's just too much for you to move. Let's, whatever it is, and help.
Yeah.
We were able to help her downsize and get out of that
Yeah.
really stressful, burdensome property. Yeah,
Well, anybody who's ever been through a period of life that's either very sad or makes you very angry knows that it can be challenging to make decisions and put one foot in front of the next. And that's what I hear you
absolutely,
describing.
absolutely.
Another situation was a group of clients that was brothers and sisters. And I think of, a young woman who has her siblings and mom and dad have passed away. And maybe she's the one now in charge of being the executor of the estate. So she's got siblings over here who want this, that, and the other. She's got her parents' wishes. She's got her own family. And sometimes it feels like she's being torn apart in the pressure of that. So in this one instance, the house was in disrepair. Mom and dad had passed away. The siblings all, wanted a portion of what they were due and after the property was sold. And we were able to come in, price the property right, renovate it, and get it sold. And so each sibling then could get back to a state of peace inside of their family. And that daughter, that sister, um, taking that burden away, that's kind of that ripping heavy burden, and allowing them to move on and just really honor their parents and have the happy memories, but be done with this burdensome property.
Yep,
Pretty amazing.
absolutely. It is incredible. Like, if that's we talked about what's when someone asks, like, what do you love about what you do? Even though we work in some really stressful and hard situations, in these kind of chaotic transactions or deals that are, it just makes you sad. I'm Those are the ones that make me the most proud and happy to do what we do, because we're able to
Mm,
come to people in a time of need and really help them through things that are really very difficult. So just know, if you're out there and you need to sell a property and you've got all this stuff stacked up around you that just feels like, I'm never going to be able to get this done. Don't You're not hopeless. Like, don't feel that way. Give us a call. We would love to help you. So you can look us up, livingwellprops.com. Our contact information is on there. We'd love to talk to you and see if we can help you from where you're at to where you want to be,
that's
along
right.
that way. All right. Well, Well, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.